Hey, good morning. It's Sunday. I'm going to hurry up through this intro because I'm not sure how long we'll be here. I'm having some Wi-Fi problems today. You are with us on the Inside Edge Network. You're here for the Cleveland Browns and NFL pregame show. I'm your host. I'm Chad Bryan. While I'm here, with me as always are my buddies Ryan Moster and TK Dandridge. Ryan, TK, what's going on, man? How are you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Ready to talk some football while we can. While we got you here, you know. Oh, he's already frozen. Oh, no, he's not. Okay.
It's every 40 seconds. We're going to see what happens.
Right.
Should be a fun show, just for Wi-Fi.
We'll get there. It'll be good.
We'll get there. Yeah, we're my Wi-Fi is doing about as well as the Browns offense right now. So I guess we can relate to that. I don't know. We got a good show. I mean, obviously, a little bit later in the show, we're going to talk about noon. The final college football playoff rankings are going to come out. We'll kind of react live to those as they drop. Speaking of drop, Buckeyes dropped one last night to Indiana, 13-10. We know that score very well. Just before we get into the Browns pregame stuff and the NFL stuff, we got to talk about the Buckeyes for a minute because they looked a little rough last night.
That under card last night.
Not me. I was thinking 31-17. I thought they'd win by a couple of touchdowns, but they didn't even score a couple of touchdowns, TK, so that was tough. I'm not 80, like on the transistor, but I was listening on my phone or whatever, I had my earbuds in. I was doing some stuff last night, but it didn't sound like, I don't know, it just sounded like Indiana got a lot of pressure on Sagan. I think the Buckeyes have given up sacks all year. It sounded like they gave up quite a few last night. I think it was at least 3 coming out of halftime.
Yeah, he definitely got sacked a bunch. Sorry, I'm going to help.
Yeah. Hey, I'm back. This is going to be great. Yeah, it just didn't go well for the Buckeyes last night. I don't know that it's the worst thing in the world right now. It's literally inconsequential. I mean, it's going to
sure felt like it.
Yeah. It stinks to watch it, but really in the long run, I mean, it's like losing to Michigan last year. It matters because it hurts at the time, but it really didn't matter in the long run because, they put it together and they put quite a run together, actually, and won a national title. So if they can do that, what Nettie has done there is nothing short of amazing. I mean, he's 24-2 now, I think, in 2 seasons. I saw that he tied Urban Meyer for most wins for a Big Ten head coach in his first. It's pretty good. It's pretty good the way you cut it. So, anyway, congratulations to the Hoosiers. They deserved it. I know there were some questionable calls, but
we'll see him again.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of holds for. I saw Ohio State hold a couple of times that didn't get called. I don't know. I mean,
I know there's some egregious. I'm obviously biased, but there's some egregious calls and holds against our defensive linemen. But hey, they won the game. We'll see them in the playoffs, hopefully. So
yeah, I mean, it's a well-known fact. Ohio State doesn't get holding called against them, or not against them, but when they're on defense, you don't see a lot of holding calls for the Buckeyes. It happens. Anyway, guys, welcome to our show. You know us. I'm Chad Bryan. That's Ryan Moster. That's TK over there. We got a really good show for you today. The Browns are going to play the Titans. They kick off at 1:00 today. I don't know. Actually, and now StreamYard's going down on me too, so that's fun. Anyway, how can we possibly be excited for this Week 14 matchup between these two teams? I'm just going to tell you guys why I'm excited, first of all. Ryan, I think you'll agree with me on this, and you guys probably have your own reasons that you're excited to watch this giant of a matchup, this Browns literal titan of a matchup in Week 14 of the NFL. I'm excited because if the Browns drop the ball here, figuratively, literally, whatever, and lose this game, I think come Monday we might not have to look at Kevin Stefanski anymore in these press conferences. I don't know. We keep saying that every week, but that's why I'm excited. I'm like almost like go Titans today.
Man, wouldn't that be amazing?
I mean, if after all, if today was what it took. But listen, I mean, it's embarrassing, right? Like if they lose the Titans today, it's pretty embarrassing. Are you excited for this game today? I mean, what's got you fired? Is there anything left at all in the tank that has you fired up for this game today?
Who'd you ask, me or TK?
You, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is easy for me. Today is the most exciting game of the season because of a few numbers. Those numbers are 48, 22.5, 19, and 4. 48 is the number that Cam Ward has been sacked this season. The Titans have had their quarterback on his back the most out of any quarterback in the NFL this year. 22.5 is the number that Myles Garrett has to reach to tie the NFL record for most sacks in a season. 19 is the number of sacks that Myles Garrett currently has, and 4 is the number of sacks Myles Garrett needs to own the record himself. Make no mistake, Myles Garrett is going to break the single season sack record this season. It's going to happen. There are 8 games this season where Cam Ward has been sacked at least 4 times. It could happen today. The scary part is the Browns have 4 more games after today, too. Myles needs 4 sacks in 5 games to break the record. He's going to absolutely smash it, but today may be the day that he breaks it. That's why I'm excited for the game today. That and the fact that it could also be a battle for draft position, and I always love a better draft pick. So,
all right. TK, tell me why you're excited for the Browns Titans. Come on.
Well, you can only have so many renditions of the Tank Bowl, but with so many teams doing bad this year, this is just another layer of it. I am excited to see how Cameron Ward does against our defense. Obviously, the big matchup, Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders. The 2 guys that used to compete, in college, they have a long-lasting friendship or what have you. I would like to see how those guys do. I honestly just want to see who plays themselves out of the number 1 pick, as opposed to who plays themselves into it. Am I hoping for a loss? No, definitely not. Especially with how the Cavaliers and the Buckeyes ruined my Saturday night yesterday. But at the same time, we just need to, pay close attention to the futures of both teams, because believe it or not, I honestly think the Titans have a clearer way out of the hole that they are in, simply because they have the quarterback already taken care of. Granted, you put him on an absolutely cursed roster. You do have the quarterback getting his NFL experience. He can still make all of the throws. He's a very cerebral quarterback. I do believe he will have a much better year next year, given some of the time in the offseason that they're going to need to rebuild this roster and get the key guys that they need in here. But this is just another rendition of the Tank Bowl. I tend to like games like these. I don't know why. I'm strange. But they should be pretty interesting. It's going to be cold today. Snow starting to come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm sure Jameis Winston is looking in and longing, for this. It's not great. It's Browns Titans. It's week 14. It's 2 teams that have 0 playoff aspirations. That's 2 teams that probably, if you asked the right people in the organization, they probably, I don't know if they want to win this game, but again, the players are going to play hard. We know that. You talked about Myles Garrett, being 4 sacks away from owning that record outright, the sack record. Listen, you're going to get an effort out of Myles Garrett today, at least, I would think. I'm sure Shedeur Sanders is going to do some things. But speaking of Sanders, listen. So Jack Conklin out, Wyatt Teller out today. Should it's 11:36. Should Shedeur just start scrambling now? Should he just start trying to evade the pocket right now? Because it could be a really long day for both of these quarterbacks, to be honest with you. You talked about how often I think TK mentioned Toyota Camry Ward. I don't know, maybe he can hit the. You hope no one gets hurt, but man, I don't know. We saw it in the Buckeyes Hoosiers in that Big Ten championship game last night. The very first play of the game, we're all watching Fernando Mendoza because, could he be the guy next year? We don't know. And he literally just gets smacked, right? Very first play of the game, and you're like, all right, here we go. Yeah. We could see more of that today. We don't want to see anybody get hurt, but we could see some of that today. I don't know. Are you worried about a patchwork offensive line that was already patchwork of patchwork? TK, they're not in good shape. Does that concern you at all today?
It concerns me a little bit. I do think We didn't really know he was injured or not. Did he get benched? It was just really strange, man. But for him to be, out completely today, you definitely want to see who's going to be the guy that steps in. Maybe we get a look at Zach Zinter. Maybe Ethan Postage will play that right guard, and maybe be able to kick Luke Whiteler in the center. You're gonna get a look at some new offensive linemen today. I'm just not sure who it's going to be. Obviously, expect a lot of KT Levingston with Jack Conklin being out. But yeah, once again, just another episode of our makeshift patchy offensive line trudging on through the season.
Yeah. Man, you're not lying. I guess makeshift patchy Wi-Fi most of our ends today. But not with Ryan Mosser because he has Starlink or StarTAC or
Starlink,
StarTAC for the old cell phones. No, you don't because you're not 50 years old, so you don't remember that. Anyway, I'm old. Ryan, yeah, the offensive line, I mean, it's got to concern you a little bit going into this game. I mean, like TK said, it's patchwork, it's makeshift, I don't know, it's the island of misfit toys. I mean, whatever you want to say, it's not great right now. It already wasn't great when they were healthy-ish.
We're doing great.
I just said today that the offensive line can't be good, right? You
right.
got to be a little bit concerned, right?
Yeah, I mean, this offensive line is the worst in the NFL, and it's not particularly close. I mean, respectfully, Jack Conklin should never be relied on ever, literally ever. Since signing with the Browns in 2020, he's played in 57 games for the Browns and has missed 45 games. I mean, he's been paid $102 million when you put all of his contracts, bonuses, and restructures together. Has been out 39% of his games that he's supposed to play due to injury. Absolute waste of a contract. The fact that Andrew Berry extended him in 2022 was another blunder on his resume, to be honest, regardless of how much he's paying him in the later contracts the later years after the restructure. As for Wyatt Teller, I mean, he was allegedly benched last week for Taven Jenkins. Rumors were circulating that it was based off of his performance. I mean, and that he's not really met expectations this season. Then it came up that he has an alleged calf injury. So we don't really know what's to make of that. I was hoping that out of all the guys who were unrestricted free agents next year, that Teller might be the guy that they brought back. Batonio obviously going to probably retire. And then Pochik probably being replaced there with Luke Whippler. But, I've said it many times before, but this offensive line is bad this season. And if you think it's bad, just wait until next year when we lose Batonio, Pochik, and probably Teller. But don't worry, they're going to keep Jack Conklin injured on the sideline until 2028, though. So all I know is that the Browns absolutely they need to address this offensive line in next season's draft in a major way. But I do feel really bad for any rookie that's going to be about to throw into this mess as well. So.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, speaking of rookies, we got the battle of rookie quarterbacks today, right? I mean, you give a little Cam Ward, a little Shedeur Sanders. I got a round 1 guy, got a round 5 guy. I don't know. I mean, you might want to keep the medical tents warm.
I love the faces he makes when he freezes.
The Browns' offensive line is. The Titans haven't really been good all year either. Again, might want to keep a little space heater inside those medical tents, but one of these guys might spend some time in there getting looked at. You hope not, but who do you expect to play better today? I mean, we can get to the we can get to the bones of how bad one of them has been, and that's fine. We can talk about that in a little bit. But what do you expect to see? I mean, I haven't really gotten a chance to see Cam Ward play much. I'm kind of excited to check that out a little bit. I'll be busy this afternoon again. That's a busy weekend. But I'm going to try to check out as much as I can. I'll at least, try to listen a little bit as well when I'm driving around. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you expect to see like a jump out of Shedeur Sanders? I mean, do you expect to see anything out of Cam Ward in today's game other than getting sacked 15 times by Myles Garrett? I don't know, Ryan. I mean, where are you? Like, where's your head? Like, this should be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for these guys, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I understand that Cam Ward was drafted first overall and is a millionaire. And Shedeur Sanders grew up with a super famous rich dad. But both these guys' situations are really, really bad. Probably the worst. They're worse off as rookies in the NFL from this year. The Titans are really bad. They have the worst offense in the NFL and literally no weapons on their offense whatsoever. And the Browns have the second to worst worst NFL offense in the NFL. I can't talk today. A handful of rookies that are weapons of their offense, but overall the offense still sucks. The difference between the teams are that the Browns have a Super Bowl winning defense, the caliber defense, and the Titans, they set 22nd overall in the NFL in defense. This specific game, is what fans wanted when they were screaming at the rooftops for the Browns, to draft Sanders second overall. And I, got berated for saying that he wasn't worth the first round pick, but I digress. But here we are. I mean, you called it the tank bowl. I call it the toilet bowl, TK. We're going to experience this today. So.
Yeah, whatever it is, we're going to experience it. TK, I mean, are you excited at all to see these two guys go head to head? I mean, does that redeem this game at all? I mean,
as much as you can possibly redeem a game, I definitely think seeing these two young guys go at it with one another is going to be an interesting factor. Forget that the teams themselves are terrible. You want to see how both of these young men navigate through tough situations. You think of any top draft pick or any quarterback that has been thrown into the NFL on a terrible team. You want to see how they, get through rough situations. How do you make things happen? How do you basically make chicken salad out of chicken shit? So once we see these young men improvise and make plays, making something out of nothing, being able to continuously move the football down the field, regardless of the pressure's going to be there. They both know that. They both understand that. So to be able to continue to thrive in the situation that you're in, regardless of not having the best of circumstances or personnel with you, that's going to be important. And I think that should be paid attention to very closely for both young passers, not just Cam Ward, but especially for Shedeur Sanders, who, like I said earlier, is going to be in another quarterback competition come next year.
Yeah. I think he's frozen again. Yeah, he makes a good points, man. I mean, especially with these upcoming picks for next year. I mean, it's almost naive to think that they probably won't address the position in some way early in the draft. I personally want to do it. I would go after other positions of need, but knowing Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, if they're around to make those picks, they're definitely going to try to find their guy since they made the mistake of trading for Deshaun Watson. Do I have both of you frozen right now? No,
yeah,
Chad's
I'm sure somebody
guys.
was saying something. I'm just going to pretend you said something that was really poignant, and I'm going to say, yeah, that's a great point.
I always do.
I agree with some of it, and I disagree with other parts of it. I can't get into the specifics because I have no idea what you said because I was gone. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. Brian, I think you brought up the numbers of today, right?
Yeah.
Well, today's game is brought to you by the number 7. What does that mean? That means touchdowns, right? 7 touchdowns? No, and let's throw the count up here too, because the Browns have lost 7 of 9, right? The Titans have lost 7 in a row. So we got to get the count, right? We got to take a look at the game. We got to, he's hey, how you doing? Count. It's again just the toilet bowl, the tank bowl, I don't know what.
We're getting through this, guys. Don't worry. Continue.
I'll try. This is going to be such a fun show. I can't wait to see how the rest of the show goes because I'm sure that going down every 20 to 30 seconds is super entertaining for everyone watching. We appreciate you sticking with us. Not sure what kind of technical difficulties we're having today, but we're having them. So, and if you're going to have them, you're going to do it. You might as well do it big. I'm doing it big on my end. My Wi-Fi is not happy. It's the tank bowl for my Wi-Fi today too. But yeah, I mean, these teams are bad. They've been bad. I think everyone expected them to kind of be bad coming in. The old saying is when you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. Well, the Browns came into the season with 4 quarterbacks.
Right.
That's even less than not having any. That's like, what would they start with? -2? Is that what that means? I don't know. I'm not a math guy. But yeah, it's just bad all around. Just not super excited for this game. Again, I know that nobody wants to tank. Nobody wants to admit that the Browns want to tank. But it's almost like you look forward to the loss. I mean,
I want the Browns to tank.
I'm out. I'm in. Yay. This is so much fun.
We're good, buddy.
Yeah, and it just becomes kind of a bidding war, really, for whoever ends up with that number 1 pick. And TK, you and I talked about it yesterday. There's no one better suited than the Jets, right, to get into a bidding war for that number 1 overall pick. So
they are well equipped to go band for band with anyone amongst draft capital for this year. So definitely be ready for that.
Yeah, I mean that's almost like the reason you're. But I guess if some teams, if you have the number 1 overall pick, you want to use it. The Browns famously trade back a lot. This is one of those years. I don't know if you want to do that if you're the Browns. They just need so much help. I don't know if you want to, unless you're acquiring like 4 or 5, first and second round picks. I just don't know why you'd want to trade back if you're the Browns. I think you got to use that pick if you get 1 overall or top 3 or whatever. I don't think you need to trade back this year at all. A franchise quarterback away from being like a Super Bowl team. And I thought I laughed to myself. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's one of the 14 pieces that I mean, you got to retool the special teams, right? First of all, the offensive line needs a complete rehaul. I mean, almost all 5 positions need a rehaul. You got to get a quarterback in there. You need receivers. You have to have a receivers. I get it. This team has a number 1 wide receiver. We talked about it yesterday, TK. Jerry Jeudy's a number 1 by default because he's on a team and somebody has to be the number 1 receiver here. But, by NFL standards, he's probably not a true number 1, right? Just they need so much help. And I don't know. They've still never really put that bookend on the other end with Myles Garrett to really complement him there. I know the defensive line's gotten better. You've got Carson Schwarzenegger running around at linebacker, but there are so many holes to fill. And this is one of those years where I can see the Browns going defense first, and you just like shake.
I don't think they're going defense first.
I don't know how to forecast my Wi-Fi success either anymore. I really don't know. It used to be every 40 seconds. Now it's like every 8 seconds it goes down. But at least it comes back. Okay, that's fun. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on today.
It's not your fault, bud.
It is. It's a whole thing. But well, I don't know. It's about that time. We probably should. Did anybody gas up the car? Are we ready to?
Let's roll it.
Let's do it. Listen, we're going to take a break, but you know what happens after we come back from the break, right? TK, you all right over there? You guys okay? Okay, buddy. Just making sure.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. Take care of yourself. I mean, self-care is important. I think we have to take care of ourselves because our Wi-Fi is not going to do it for us. So listen, after we come back from the break, we are going to Why Is That Small? What is happening today? The whole show is haywire. But we're going to gas up the Inside Edge Network vehicle where you can see us on the edges still behind it. Makes no sense.
Any for us. Yeah, well, we'll do a 2-minute break, and then we're going to go around the NFL. So we'll cover each match.
Break if I'm not here, right? Oh, it comes pop back up.
There you go.
This is a fun show. This is great. This is like my computer's haunted today. All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's get a 2-minute break in, and hopefully we can get some stuff fixed here. We'll get our technical team in. We don't have a technical team. It's just me unplugging stuff and plugging it back in. But we're going to take a 2-minute break on the Inside Edge Network. Stick with us. It may be a challenging watch today, but we're going to be here with you for the next hour or so. And then in about 10 minutes, we'll take a break and we'll react to the college football playoffs. So give us 2 minutes. We'll be right back on the Inside Edge Network. Hey, we're back for just a moment. We're going to take a little bit longer break to try to get some things fixed. We got Meredith. She says, "What's this supposed to mean?" She's going to stay to see. We got a little countdown, and we have questions too, Meredith, Melissa, Meredith, whatever. I can't read. We have questions too, but yeah. Hi, we appreciate you watching and sticking with us today. Give us just a minute. Again, we're going to try to get some things fixed. We will be right back. Okay, listen, we're back for the moment. Listen, this is exciting today. Melissa subscribed, so she's enjoying this, right? I mean, hey, this is enjoyable. This is fun to watch. I'm sure it's fun to watch us sweat and struggle a little bit. I'm gonna get double A's take in, and while we do that, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna try to do a full reboot on my end. I don't know if it's gonna help or not, and I don't know if we're gonna stay up, but we're gonna try it.
Good choice.
Well, nothing's working on my end. Hey, she says yes. But this is fun, right? This is fun to watch. So listen, I'm gonna get double A's take real quick while I'm up and running. I'm gonna do a reboot. I'll be back when I'm back. I don't know when that'll be. It could be next week on the show. You guys may have to hold it down for a little bit. But I will be right back on my end. Let's try to get double A's take, and then I will reboot my system. And double A is going to talk to us about Shedeur Sanders a little bit. Just kind of talking about. We mentioned it earlier. Can he basically prove his return on investment? I mean, he's got to become the starter today, right? He's got to this is the Titans. He's got to prove that he can go out there and do this. We'll get to the numbers on Shedeur in a little bit, hopefully. Okay, well, Melissa has to go now, but we appreciate you subscribing and we appreciate you being here with us. Welcome to the struggle, Melissa. You're on the struggle bus with us. Even if you have to get off at the next stop, that's okay. Let me get double A's take. Like I said, I'm going to
We'll get doubles taken, and then I'll take over. We'll go over through the NFL matchups here, me and TK, until Chad can get his stuff figured out. So,
hello, friends. Happy Brown Sunday. And it is December. It is cold, and we're out of the playoff chase. But this is one of the most important games of the season. We talk about return on investment all the time. All the smart financial experts talk about return on investment. And this is that matchup. Cam Ward on one side, and our guy Shedeur Sanders on the other side. Now, this time last year, it was clear cut that these were the two top quarterback draft picks in this rookie class. And obviously, we know the story of how Shedeur fell all the way to the 5th round. So if you go by the 5th round metrics, Shedeur is already one of the most successful 5th round quarterback draft picks of all time. But we know that there is a higher standard. And we know that both teams, the Browns and the Titans, circled this game for one of those games where you should win. And you get to see which process works better. Cam Ward getting thrown into the fire from day one. Hasn't had a great, successful year, but he's getting those reps. Shedeur, meanwhile, buried on the practice squad, all of a sudden with injuries or trades, releases ahead of him, he finally got his opportunity. Shedeur is 1-1. But we talk return on investment for a reason. You saw the reports, Adam Schefter has it, that Deshaun Watson is expected to be on the roster in 2026 for the Browns. We also saw last night Fernando Mendoza for Indiana. Looked pretty good. Looks like he might win the Heisman. And the way things might stack up, maybe he could be coming to Cleveland. The point is, Shedeur, this has to be the game where Shedeur solidifies his opportunity to be the guy, the top quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. If the door is still open after this game, no matter what the play calling is, there's only one person to blame, and that will be Shedeur Sanders. There's a lot of pressure on this young man to perform. He can have it all if he wins this game and goes far with the Browns to close out the season. If he doesn't close things out today, all hell will break loose this offseason for the Cleveland Browns. This is a big game, a big opportunity for Shedeur Sanders, and a huge opportunity for the Cleveland Browns to say, hey, with our draft, we don't have to worry about the quarterback position.
Yeah, Double A there definitely reiterated a lot that we had to say there, TK. It's going to be a crazy game, battle of two rookie quarterbacks with not really good offenses, and defenses that are going to be relentless today. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to step into the NFL matchups, go around the NFL while Chad is having technical difficulties. This is basically where we go over each matchup of the week and just evaluate it and see who we think is probably going to win. This isn't betting advice or anything. We just do this for fun. TK, I'm going to start with the Steelers versus the Ravens. I'll let you let you go first there, brother.
Both teams suffered a big hiccup last week. They're definitely going to be looking to bounce back. This is a game, however, that I expect the Ravens to edge out. I still think Lamar Jackson is definitely getting back into form. I definitely think the defense is they're going to have to respond after that lackluster performance against the Bengals on Thanksgiving. It was very out of context, out of place. I was not expecting that type of effort. Granted, Cincinnati had some demons to exercise of their own. I did not expect them to give up as many points as they did, and obviously to not combat with any offense as well. So definitely going to be a bounce back week for both teams, but I expect Baltimore to pull this one out.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the Steelers 6-6, the Ravens are 6-6. Both offenses have not been really great. Lamar Jackson has struggled tremendously. A little bit in the air, but definitely on the run, on the ground for sure for running. But the Steelers defense is really, really bad. And this is just a poop fest, man. The AFC North is so weird. This is the year that any team could take control and make it, to the playoffs. 8-8, 6-6 at the top of the AFC North. And obviously, the Browns are not literally eliminated, but practically eliminated for the playoffs. So that's just sad. Yeah, they're done. Let's be real. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, not that great. The running game, not that great. DK Metcalf has been a total just disappointment this year, 27th overall. And they use the 3 tight ends instead of 1. Derrick Henry is going to be the key factor in this game, I think. The Steelers' rushing defense is not that great. It's below average. Yes, their passing defense is very bad, 28th overall for the Steelers, but I think Derrick Henry is going to run all over this Steelers defense. I'm going to go the Ravens here for sure. So Going to the next matchup, we'll do Colts versus Jaguars. I'll just let you go first each time. I'll go second until Chad gets back. So
Once again, another tough game, especially when you think both these teams are tied initially for the first place in the AFC South. I am going to go ahead and take the Colts. I understand it was a rough week against the Houston Texans. I didn't really expect it to be that great of a week, especially when you're going into a game where your quarterback has a broken leg and he's trying to play on that and do other things. So, yeah, it was definitely an adjustment for the Indianapolis Colts. I definitely think this team is too good to go on a slide. I definitely think they will be able to pull this game out. It's going to be a tough one, though, because Jacksonville is just right where they are at. Like I said, both 8-4, pretty good team coming off of a solid win. But I think the Colts get this one. Colts get this one. It's going to be a slugfest, though.
yeah, I agree. I think this is gonna be a really fun game. I've said it all season. I love this Colts team. I absolutely do. I mean, they have a really, really good offense, fourth best offense. The problem is their defense. Obviously, they tried to make that better with the recent trade for Sauce Gardner. We'll see. I saw that he was injured recently. I don't know his status for the game or not, but I don't follow their defense that closely. But nonetheless, Daniel Jones, absolute beast. He had a fractured leg, still playing on it. Jonathan Taylor, still an absolute animal, probably MVP contention going down the stretch here. Michael Pittman's top 15 receiver. Tyler Warren, Chad mentioned I should mention give my Pookie list one day for fantasy football, but he's on it. So, and going against this Jaguars team, who I absolutely despise this year, clearly because the Browns have their first round pick for next year. They're 8-4. They are a playoff team. Their offense not that great. Their defense is what's definitely setting them apart, I think, and helping them out tremendously. Specifically, their rush defense. They have the best rushing defense in the NFL, only allowing 82.4 rushing yards per game and only 7 rushing touchdowns. Clearly, they have a tough task, trying to stop Jonathan Taylor, but they also can be said for him as well. He's going to have a tough task ahead for him. I think this will be a good game. I think it'll be pretty close. I'm going to take the Colts here only because I'm biased. I mean, I think it'll be a fun game. I could go down to maybe a touchdown, maybe a field goal. Jacoby Myers has looked really good. 15 targets for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns his last 3 games since he's become practically the wide receiver 1 for the Jaguars, with Brian Thomas Jr. being out. And then, even when he's in last week, his first game from injury, only 2 catches for 28 yards. There's not really an identity on this team Travis Etienne's having an okay year. He's average right now, 14th overall running back. I'm going to take the Colts here. I think that they can win it. I know also both sit at, the top of the AFC South. So the winner of the game gets, the top of the division. And with this late in the season, it may be, a very, very important matchup of the year. So I think it's gonna be fun to watch. So I'll do the Commanders versus Vikings next, brother.
This game's going to be rough. I love the effort that the Washington Commanders showed last week on Sunday night game against the Denver Broncos. The Minnesota Vikings just look lost right now. I'm not even sure who's going to be starting today. Is J.J. McCarthy going to be back in, or are we getting another week of Max Brosmer?
I'm pretty sure he's back from concussion. Brosmer is going to be the backup, yeah. Okay.
All right. It's simply just because I don't know what to expect out of the quarterback position for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to go ahead and give the Commanders a slight win. This is a team that performed with so much heart. They still have somewhat of a spine left, as they showed against a tough team, the Denver Broncos. Like I said, I don't know which direction the Minnesota Vikings are attempting to go right now. They look lost, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Commanders on this one.
Yeah, I've been adamant about how my feelings are for J.J. McCarthy. It's clear what happened. He was only a good a good college quarterback because he knew what the defense was running because they cheated. Now that he's in the NFL, you show the lack of talent there. He looks lost. Compared to this Commanders team who, they've been struggling with injury all year. Their defense is a mess, but Jaden Daniels is back. He's going to play. He hasn't played since week 9, obviously with that awful arm injury he sustained with his non-throwing arm. Chris Rodriguez is now the starter there for the running back. Obviously not their best choice when it came to the beginning of the year, but he had a solid performance last week. Terry McLaurin has been playing. Debo Samuel has been playing. They're finally starting to get healthy here. I think that hopefully, with Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota did okay. He was serviceable, but he didn't really help them too much. The Commanders are still 3-9, but I think this the resurgence of Jaden Daniels coming back is going to put a spark on this team compared to the Vikings. Who JJ McCarthy has never shown that he can be effective. He's had one or two maybe one or two drives late in the game where he's won a game, but really he's not that great. He's really bad, and his whole entire team is suffering. Justin Jefferson's 20th overall receiver. Jordan Davidson, yes, he missed through the first 3 games due to suspension, but he's non-existent. 46th overall. TJ Hawkinson, is he no longer a top tight end because he is no longer good due to his injuries and now he is what it is, or is it because of the offense and the quarterback can't get going? A lot of questions. Yes, the defense is playing well. 10th overall defense, really good at the passing game. So the Commanders hopefully can get on the run. Chris Rodriguez can do something. That's where the Vikings defense lacks, 23rd overall. But I'm going to take the Commanders here with the resurgence of Jaden Daniels and hope that spark continues, especially with Vikings team that has been struggling as of lately. So, are you there, buddy?
Can you see me now?
Yeah, they are. All right, we're going to go on to the Bengals and the Bills.
Boy, it's another tough one, I think. But I think the Bills are starting to figure it out. Granted, I love the return of Shiesty. He looked wonderful against the Baltimore Ravens. Bills are just a little bit too much right now. Like I said, I think they finally figured it out. I think all of the goofy stuff stops. They're going to put an end to some of these embarrassing losses that they've taken this year. It's been a weird season for the Buffalo Bills overall, but this is a game that I expect to take. Getting closer and closer to that tournament, and I think the Buffalo Bills are going to start to turn it on at just the right time.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. The Bengals confused me last week with that win against the Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens, have struggled this year, but we thought that maybe they were on a resurgence and coming back with Lamar being back from injury and pushing for the playoffs, and the Bengals just smacked them. I don't know. This Bengals defense is the worst of the NFL across the board. They're worst overall, worse in passing, and second worst in rushing defense. So they're just not great. I love the fact that Joe Burrow's back and Jamar Chase was back last week as well from that 1-game suspension for spitting. Are we pause on my phone? We're paused, but I'm just going to keep talking. Last week, like I said, Burrow's first week back, 24-46, 261 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not bad at all. Jamar Chase, obviously, 7 catches for 110 yards. That duo is obviously the best in the NFL for a reason. As long as they can keep Joe Burrow healthy, I think that they can start winning some games and start ruining some hopes there in the playoffs. And I guess technically the Bengals at 4-8 are still technically in it, especially, they have a couple in-conference games here or AFC North games in general. So this Bills team I really, really like. Obviously, their offense is really, really good. Best rushing offense in the NFL. And their defense is good as well. Best passing defense in the NFL. Josh Allen is the best quarterback ranked right now. James Cook. I thought at the beginning of the year, I didn't think he was going to be the guy. I thought maybe they should have looked for somebody in the draft, but boy, I was wrong. I'm going to eat humble pie on that. James Cook is looking amazing. He's going to earn a contract. He's going to be the future running back for the Bills and be pretty good at it. The receiving game was my question with the Bills. Obviously, Keon Coleman was drafted high last year to be the wide receiver 1. He was a healthy scratch week 11 and 12. Then last week he plays and he actually gets 2 catches, 9 yards, and a touchdown. So we'll see how they implement him, see if he's going to be playing some more in that offense. Khalil Shakur is supposed to be the wide receiver 1, not very good. Dalton Kincaid hasn't been played since week 10. He's questionable. Maybe he'll play today, but I'm not sure. But with that Bills offense, Josh Allen alone is a cheat code. Him with James Cook, even better. I think they're just gonna be too much for the Bengals defense to handle, who are the worst in the NFL. So I'm gonna take the Bills here. So. All right. Next one we'll do is Dolphin and Jets, bud.
This game is so weird because the Jets just started winning out of nowhere, as have the Dolphins. I'm really kind of torn between both teams, but I'm going to go ahead and rock with the Dolphins. I definitely think they are somewhat mathematically still in the playoff hunt at 5-7. I think they have. Granted, we know that it's very tall order, especially when you have one team in your division who is leading the entire NFL, and then you have the other team in the Buffalo Bills, which are better than you. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Dolphins. Hopefully, a win at 6-7 can possibly make their chances a little bit better. They just seem to enjoy playing now. I think the pressure's off. The expectations have completely dropped. They're not there anymore. So it's just a bunch of free-flowing football happening in South Beach right now. Give me the Dolphins in a close one over the Jets.
Yeah. Originally, when I saw this matchup, I was questioning whether it would even be worth watching, really. I mean, the only player I really like on this Dolphins team is Devin Achane. I've talked about it a lot. He's a top 5 running back. Jalen Waddle has had good games. At one point, he was a top 10 receiver, but he's settled back into the middle of the pack now. I guess for the Browns' sake, I would hope that the Jets win, just because I would help our draft picks more, but I don't see that really happening. A.D. Mitchell, for his first real game, maybe second real game back, had a great game last week. 8 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, Garrett Wilson is that wide receiver 1 for that team, but he's out on IR. Who is going to step up? We don't know. Chad is back. Hello, Chad.
Hey,
I don't know who's going to step up, but it looks like A.D. Mitchell has the opportunity to. And he the problem with him was his hands were a question, and also his decision-making when he has the ball was questionable too. Obviously, historically this year with the Colts, he had the fumble before crossing the goal line, which ended up being a turnover instead of a touchdown. You can't have that. But with the game last week, he played fantastic. So if he can be a wide receiver 1 and gets the opportunities and can catch the ball, which could be a tough, tall order, but, I mean, the opportunities are there. So I'm going to take the Dolphins to win this game, just logically. I think the Devin Achane is too good. Yes, I get that the Jets' rushing defense is probably their best aspect. Well, no, that's their offense. Sorry. Yeah, their rushing defense is not good, 25th overall. So I think that's just going to be too much to handle there. So Dolphins will take that win. So, hi, Chad. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. I've been on a journey in my own car, not the Inside Edge Network, around the NFL vehicle. I went on my own trip. I took the wrong exit. I took a couple wrong turns. I got a little turned around. I had to get the Rand McNally. You don't know what that is. You're not old. I just had to use the GPS. No Rand McNally. No maps. I'm back. I'm back for the moment. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna hold up or not. I am back. Where have you guys been in your little trip around the NFL? What games have we talked about? I heard
Jets, Dolphins. We talked about the Bills, Bengals, Vikings, Commanders, Jaguars, Colts, Ravens, Steelers.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? I'm gonna let you. I'm sure you have a list over there that's out of order from what I have. So I don't want to try to guess. You tell me what game. What do you want to do next?
We're gonna do the Seahawks, Falcons. Whoever wants to go first. I've been having TK go first. I usually go second, so I'll continue with TK going first.
I came back. The Seahawks were a 6.5-point favorite. Now they're a 7-point favorite. So obviously that had everything to do with me driving around lost and looking for the road back to you guys. Now the Seahawks have picked up a 0.5 point in betting. So I mean, the Seahawks are going to be a 7-point favorite on the road. TK, I think you said Brian's TK's turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Do your thing, man. What do you think?
Seahawks, Bears, huh? This is going to be a really tough one.
It's going to be tough when they play the Bears because they're playing the Falcons. So if they're going to play,
snap! Sorry about that.
You're awesome.
Seahawks, Falcons. Let me get the Seahawks. Again, another lost team in the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know exactly what direction they're looking to go to. Obviously, it's pretty hard when your top personnel is getting knocked out by injury. Obviously, we wish Michael Penix the absolute best in his recovery from yet another injury. Long list of injuries. The surprisingly hasn't covered out of the game yet, but now we start to worry just a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Seahawks in this one in the matchup of the Birds.
Fair enough. Ryan, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks as well. I mean, their offense is really, really good. Really good. Their defense is doing better. Sam, like I talk about every week, Sam Darnold, he's fallen back to the middle of the pack, but he's still a good quarterback. with Jackson Smith-Njigba, who's clearly a cheat code, and a decent running game. Obviously, you'd like to see one of those guys get the more workload, but both of them together is okay. Against a Falcons team who, I mean, they have the pieces. They have Bijan. They have Drake London. They have pieces, but Drake London's been riddled with injuries. He's going to be out again. It'll be his third game in a row. He's out. He's still a top 10 receiver, even being out those games, which tells you how good he is when he's on the field, but you can only base it when he's on the field. Darnell Mooney, I still absolutely despise him. I don't care if he had a good game 2 weeks ago, but nonetheless, I don't see him as wide receiver one. So it's just going to rely on Kirk Cousins and Bijan. And as much as I love Bijan, I don't think that he can withstand a whole game of him dominating against a really, really good Seahawks defense, second best rushing defense in the NFL, only allowing 88.8 rushing yards per game and 7 touchdowns. So I'm going to take the Seahawks here. I think that they're just going to overpower them. So.
Fair enough. I'm going to take the Bears because everyone's going to be surprised when they walk into Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nobody's going to expect to see them. It's going to be wild. Nobody game planned for them all week. So I'm taking the Bears in that one. No, I'm going to take the Seahawks as well. I think, like you said, Jackson Smith-Njigba is ridiculous. Clearly more effective than my Wi-Fi connection today. So, I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
There you go. Next one, let's jump to the Saints and Buccaneers.
Saints and Buccaneers. All right, I love it. Tampa Bay, 7.5-point favorite at home in this one. The Saints have had some identity issues, I think, a little bit this year. Is Tyler Shuck still at quarterback? Is that?
Yeah.
Here we're going. Okay. I lose track of what the Saints are doing because I whatever.
They're the Saints. Who cares?
At home, 7.5-point favorite against the Saints. Ryan, I'm going to start with you on this one. Who do you got?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I think the Saints, I don't know. I don't think much of the Saints, to be honest, really. I like the Buccaneers here. The Buccaneers have been struggling. Their offense has been struggling. Their defense has been struggling. Baker Mayfield is definitely taking a step back from his MVP talk the first couple weeks of the season. I love Bucky Irving. I really, really love him a lot. I'm so glad he's back. I drafted him a ton in fantasy, and he kind of screwed me because he's been back so long. He's been out since week 4. But he played last week, 17 rushes, 61 yards, and a touchdown, 2 catches, 20 yards. I'll take that. Rashad White is a nobody, and Sean Tucker has shown glimpses, but I'm not think he's ready to take a full workload like that. So I'm really happy Bucky Irving's back. Along with Emeka Buka, Chris Godwin, back from injury last 2 games, 5 catches, 87 yards, decent wide receiver 2 numbers there. I don't really like the Saints offense too much. Devin Neal has promised to me, but he is a 6th-round running back, and he's the starter right now. I love Chris Olave. I love, Juwan Johnson, but I don't trust Tyler Shuck enough. I'm going to take the Buccaneers here.
Fair enough. TK, what do you think, man? Saints, Buccaneers.
Let me get the Buccaneers. Saints are very much in rebuild mode. I do like Tyler Shuck, but just another case of which team is better. Saints are clearly rebuilding right now. I know the Buccaneers are hanging on like a thread, but we still got enough to get into the tournament and to possibly make a little bit of noise, if not the noise that we were intending to make at the beginning of the season, due to the hits to personnel that they have had as well. But yeah, I'm going to take Tampa Bay in this one.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to take the Buccaneers as well. Like you said, I mean, Baker Mayfield just started out on fire. But it seems like, and I don't know if it was I don't know if it's just him. He likes to stick his nose into some places where it doesn't necessarily belong. He'll take some contact. He takes some chances out there, and I think it's bit him.
I mean, that and the fact that there are clear injuries involved on his offense too. Mike Evans out. He's close to coming back, but he's been out for a while. Chris Godwin's been out pretty much the whole season. Emeka Buka's been, hurt here and there. Cade Otton's been out. Tristan Wirf has been out. So, Baker can only do much with the guys he got around him. And yeah, he had a stellar group of guys there at the beginning, but slowly they've been getting hurt and coming back. So maybe he'll step up here in the next couple games, but it's hard to overcome when you're, throwing to guys who you're not used to. So
for sure, it catches up with you. And by the way, I've got my eye on the college football playoff selection. The results should be out soon. It's about 12:23 now, so we'll kind of go through those as well, just to kind of let you know where the Buckeyes are ended up ranked, and some other teams will let you know the seeding as well. Ryan, what do you have for the next matchup around the NFL?
Let's do the Broncos versus Raiders.
Broncos, Raiders. All right. I mean, listen. the Broncos are tough. They're 8.5-point favorite on the road. Who wouldn't be against
the bad Raiders? He was going to say
the Raiders, and we might be a 3 or 4-point favorite on the road against Las Vegas. But yeah, I mean, who you got, TK? Denver, Las Vegas.
This should be an easy one, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Broncos. Do I expect another close matchup against Las Vegas? To be quite honest, yeah. But I do expect them to be able to take care of business when it matters the most. The fourth quarter is going to be very interesting. But yeah, give me Denver on this one.
All right, I'm going to stop you real quick because, as we know, Indiana is the number 1 seed in the college football playoff. We knew that was going to happen after they beat the Buckeyes last night. So it's the Hoosiers at number 1, and we're just kind of waiting on the rest of the field right now. Do you guys want to go through the college football playoff? You want to take breaks as we go around the NFL? You want to go back and forth? How do you want to do this?
I'm down for whatever, bro.
All right. So, Ohio State is number 2. So there you go. I mean, that's where the Buckeyes fell to. I didn't think they'd fall very far. I mean, this is no shame in losing by 3 points to the number 2 team in the nation, even if that number 2 team in the nation isn't one of the blue blood. But they've been very good the last 2 seasons under Kurt Signetti. And now you start to wonder how this is going to affect recruiting for Indiana, right? Like, I mean, Signetti is clearly building something in Bloomington. It's fun to watch. I mean, you want to see a team like this come into the Big Ten because, Michigan's been up and down, and with whatever, I don't know about if you even mentioned the cheating scandal, but they're going to pay a lot of money out. I don't know how recruiting really is going to go at Michigan. They don't seem to develop the same as some of the true blue bloods. I don't know. Michigan's just in a weird spot right now. I don't know if they're going to fall off. They're going to get better. If they're going to make a run at a national title again. So this is fun to see out of Indiana. You've got Oregon. USC seems to be maybe on the rise a little bit as well. So it'd be nice to have, 5 or 6 really tough teams in the Big Ten. So it's nice to see Indiana making a showing for themselves. I think that's pretty cool. Georgia is the number 3 seed, by the way, in the college football playoff. Ryan, really quick before we get to the rest of the college football playoff, let's get your take.
Get my take again. You said get your take, and that was it. What was it?
Yeah, sorry, I just want to get your take on Denver, Las Vegas, and then we'll get back to the college football playoff rankings. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I mean, not much to talk about here. Broncos are 10-2, second team in the NFL to get to 10 wins after the Patriots. Their offense looks good. Their defense looks very good. Not much to talk about here, I don't think. The Raiders look bad. Their offensive line is really bad. The only player on defense really is Max Crosby. As much as I like Brock Bauer, as much as I think Ashton Genty has potential, it's not going to happen this week. Broncos are going to win. So,
yeah, I think Bo Nix has been playing pretty solid. He's been a little up and down, but I think he's a good quarterback. I think it's funny because people talk about the Broncos, their record being false. And I'm like, hey, have you watched the Eagles at all?
yeah, right.
Broncos are good. You know what I mean? That 10-2 seems legit to me. Texas Tech is the 4th seed, by the way. Yeah, give me the Broncos in that one as well. I don't think that's necessarily – I don't know. The Raiders could surprise you and make – Texas Tech is the 4th seed. So those are the 4 teams with a bye in the first round. It's going to be Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech, 1 through 4, respectively. I don't think there's too much of a surprise there. I think that's pretty much the way everybody expected it to shake out. I wouldn't have been surprised to see Georgia at 2. But Ohio State's just been so dominant on defense all year. I'm not surprised to see them, not fall past that 2 spot. So that's where we are right now. All right, next matchup. We can just go back and forth. And Oregon is number 5. We know that now. Oregon's been revealed as the 5 seed in the playoffs. So let's go around the NFL. We'll go back and forth a little bit. Ryan, what's the next matchup you have?
Yeah, let's do Rams versus Cardinals.
Rams, Cardinals. We're almost back on order now, by the way. In order of what I have here. Yeah, Rams are a 9.5-point favorite on the road. We talked about the Cardinals, picking up a little bit with Jacoby Brissett, a quarterback, a little bit of a bright spot there. Jacoby Brissett is probably playing his way out of Arizona, unless they're going to re-sign him, unless he's the future, unless they feel like that's the way they want to go, which maybe it is.
I think he's playing Kyler out of Arizona.
A weird offseason for quarterbacks, whether it's in the draft or in free agency or whatever. But let's get Ryan. Right, I want to hear what you think about this one first.
Yeah, you said that Jacoby's maybe playing himself out of Arizona. I think he's playing Kyler out of Arizona more than.
Well, that too. Yeah.
I think that he deserves a new contract, and I mean it makes sense to him to stay with the Cardinals, especially with rumors saying that they're probably going to split or part ways with Kyler Murray next year anyway. Rams 9-3, Cardinals 3-9. Cardinals have been riddled with injuries, obviously, specifically in the receiver room. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. has been out for concussion, for this, for that, and now he's out for a heel injury as well. He's going to be out again. In his replacement, Micah Wilson has been the wide receiver 1 while he's been out. 25 catches, 303 yards in the last 2 games without Marvin. Really, really good. So someone's going to catch the ball. Trey McBride is the top tight end. He's going to get his. But this Rams team, I still really, really like a lot. A top 10 offense, nearly top 10 defense. Kyron Williams looks really, really good. Puka Nacua is the 4th overall receiver, right next to Devontae Adams. I can't talk today. Who's the 6th overall receiver. Even Blake Corum was starting to look really good, and I just didn't think he was good at all. So give me the Rams here to beat the Cardinals, especially with even though Jacoby's looking really good. I just think that the Rams defense is probably too good to handle here. So.
Okay. Really quickly too, just in the we're watching the college football playoff reveal special on ESPN as well. We got our eyes on that. Ole Miss is that 6th seed, and Texas A&M is the 7th seed. So whoever Texas A&M ends up playing, that's Ohio State's going to get the winner of Texas A&M and whoever they end up playing. So TK, what do you think? Where were we? I'm sorry, Rams Cardinals. There's a lot going on right now.
Definitely is. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Los Angeles Rams in this one. Again, trying to avenge that tough loss against the Carolina Panthers last week, and keep the main thing. Just get back to square one, get back to the drawing board, start doing the things that you guys did great again. This should be an easy win for the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, I think I agree with you as well. I think I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. Although, I mean, Arizona, like you said, Brissett. I don't know. I can see Arizona going another way, but I do see them. I mean, it's at least worth kicking the tires on Brissett. I don't know how that situation is going to play out, but I mean, yeah, he's played very, very well. Obviously, Kyler Murray's not dependable. It hurts to see Marvin Harrison Jr. missing so many games. I don't know if it's a fluky thing or if I hope this isn't what his career looks like now. It would obviously be disappointing, but the Rams have been playing really well. Almost a 10-point favorite. Give me the Rams in this one.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's the next matchup? What do you got?
So Bears versus Packers. Bears versus Packers.
Bears, Packers. Okay, so the Bears they're going to be busy because they're going to Atlanta and then they got to go to Green Bay too. So they got Sunday afternoon ahead of them. Bears, Packers, kind of an old school matchup like that. Packers are a 6.5-point favorite at home at Lambeau Field. So TK, give me Bears, Packers. What do you think?
Whew. Man. You guys might be surprised with this one. I'm going to go upset alert. Let's take the Chicago Bears today. I am a complete believer in that team. I think Ben Johnson was absolutely the right hire. I thought it was the right hire at the beginning. He's just further cementing it now, obviously becoming a man of the people, taking off his shirt, crashing out in the locker room in unison. It was definitely a great sight to see. But yeah, this team is for real. I love Caleb Williams as a QB1. I definitely think they have a solid offense, and obviously they've been able to run the ball with both DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. It has been a beautiful thing to see, and I think they can take advantage of the Green Bay Packers any which way they want. Granted, that's not commonplace for anybody to say, but yeah, this is a game that I expect the Chicago Bears to come out with.
All right, fair enough.
You have to restart what you said. Oh, Bears, Packers, me. Okay.
This is a fun one.
The Bears are 9-3. Packers are 8-3-1. Have the historic loss to the Browns week 2, obviously. But as much as I love this Bears offense, Packers offense is relatively right behind them, even though despite all the injuries. And I think it's going to come down to defenses here. The Bears have not a great defense, 27th overall. Specifically, their rushing defense is bottom of the NFL, 28th. Against the Packers defense, who are 4th best overall, 6th in passing and 7th in rushing, just a much better defense here. I do really like the Bears offense. I think Caleb Williams has done a tremendous job this year. I think they revitalized their offensive line, got him the weapons he needed, and now he's finally taking off. Kyle Monangai has been an absolute stud as a rookie. Roma Dunze has been here and there. We're not sure. But I mean, despite the Packers' offensive injuries with all the receivers, and then obviously Tucker Kraft. I think Josh Jacobs is going to be a main factor here against not a great Bears rushing defense, 28th overall. So I'm going to take the Packers here. I think Josh Jacobs is going to run a ton. But it'll probably be pretty close. I do give respect to the Bears, though. I think they are a good team.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see that line at 6.5 points, to be honest with you. I think the Bears have been playing pretty well. Like I said, Caleb Williams is definitely benefiting from, playing within an organization that understands how to go out and build a team and build around a quarterback. So that'd be nice to see. But yeah, I think this could be a really close game. I think I kind of want to take the Bears in this one a little bit. I think the Bears might pull this one out. I don't know, seeing the Packers lose to the Browns firsthand, I guess it left a kind of a bad taste in my mouth, right?
Don't get it twisted. They lost to the Browns defense, who are Super Bowl quality. So
it's very true. You're right. But I mean, you're right. I mean, I know it's funny how those two, oh my gosh, they're night and day. The defense, the 8 seed. We've got Alabama at 9. Miami is at 10, so they'll play Texas A&M. So Ohio State's going to get the winner of Miami and Texas A&M.
Can you repeat that for me?
Yeah, sure. Ohio State will get the winner of Texas A&M and Miami. Miami is the 10 seed. Alabama's the 9. Oklahoma's the 8. So we're waiting on 11 and 12, which is going to be some combination of James Madison and Tulane at this point. If you guys can still hear me, I hope you can still hear me. Yeah. But yeah, interesting matchup for Ohio State. The winner of Miami and Texas A&M almost feels, I don't know, like it gives me the ick a little bit, like thinking about trying to match up against those teams, but we'll see how it goes. All right, where are we at around the NFL wise?
All right, we're going to go Texans and Chiefs.
Texans and Chiefs. Okay, now we're back on the same order, no doubt. So yeah, Houston at Kansas City. Kansas City's a 3.5-point favorite at home, but I mean, just Tulane is the 11 seed, by the way, so that'll leave James Madison at 12.
James Madison.
I'm scrolling. Where are they? They're on the outside looking in. If they lose this game to the Houston Texans today, they've got an 11% chance of making the playoffs. That's it, right? They're done. If they win, it's not great. It's a 50% chance. They're going to need some help. CJ Stroud's back. One of the top QBR guys in the league. We'll take a look at that in a minute. We've got a little graphic for that if it works. Well, you never know. But yeah, I don't know. Texans at Chiefs. I don't know. Am I starting with you, Ryan? Let's start with you, Ryan. Why not?
Yeah. Give me the Texans here, man. Screw the Chiefs. I'm tired of the Chiefs. Chiefs are done. The dynasty's over. Their offense is great. It doesn't matter. Pat Mahomes is great. Defense is good, but they're still 6-6. Yeah. They're the NFL darlings. Yes, the Texans are going to have to play against the Chiefs, play against the refs, and play against the NFL and Vegas in order to win this game. But I think their defense is that good that they can beat all of them. Best defense in the NFL by far, 265.7 yards per game average, 23 total touchdowns. Stroud has looked okay coming back last week, 22-35, 276 yards and one interception. You have to look better than that. Nico Collins has looked really good coming back from his concussion. I'm more hopeful than anything. I don't know. I really do love this Chiefs offense. Pat Mahomes is obviously a top quarterback this year. I love Rashee Rice. Since coming back, he's just been absolutely electric. Travis Kelce's a top 5 tight end. I'm just basing this off of hopes and dreams. Give me the Texans.
Fair enough. TK, who you got? Chiefs, Texans.
I might have to join you there in dreamland, Ryan, because I'm going to take the Texans as well. Nothing the Chiefs does right now makes you think, hey, this is a team that is preparing for the postseason. This looks like a team that has just lost it. I definitely think while Patrick Mahomes still may be one of the top players at his position, light-skinned Jesus isn't bringing the same holy magic that he once did. And I do think with the regression of Travis Kelce, granted, he's still putting up solid numbers. It's clear that he's not the same guy. And that defense, especially, they're mix and match. They're a bunch of misfits, and I think you got guys like Trent McDuffie and Chris Jones, but then you got guys struggling. Like you haven't heard George Karlaftis' name, and I don't know how long. They don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. Those linebackers are pretty suspect. It's just a whole lot going on in Kansas City. Not good. So I'm going to go ahead and take Houston in this one.
Yeah, listen, I like Dreamland. I'll take the Texans. it's weird because the Chiefs at 6-6, it's like all the way in the same way that they found all kinds of weird ways to win last year. They're finding those ways to lose this year, and it's just sort of like I don't know. I don't want to say karma catching up with them, but it's a little bit of karma catching up with them. And when you win that many games, 15-2 last year, and they barely outplayed, I don't know, anybody really. They just kept finding ways to win. You can say what you want about the officials and Vegas and the NFL being on their side, whatever.
Oh, I will.
And I think that might be it. I think that's the last time we'll talk about Kansas City. If you can still hear me, that's the last time we'll talk about Kansas City being having a shot at the playoffs. Well, we'll still talk about them because it's fun. I don't know. It's kind of fun to see them drop. I don't mind Kansas City. I don't hate them or anything, but I don't know. You go to 3 Super Bowls in a row, and it's like, get out of here. Give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, we're done.
And I think we just have one matchup left. Is that right? Is it
Yep.
Eagles at Chargers? Okay, good. The Monday night matchup is Eagles at Chargers. Philadelphia is a 1.5-point favorite. This is a fun matchup this week. It's a great Monday night game. TK, what do you think?
Let me get that matchup one more game, boss. I kind of went out on you. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. No worries. Everybody's going out today. It's the Eagle. You were in Dreamland. No worries. Eagles Chargers, that Monday night game.
Okay. Listen, guys, this is going to be another weird game. The Philadelphia Eagles have been weird in general this entire season. So I really don't know what to think going forward. Chargers, I still think they have a chance to make a good case for themselves to make the tournament and to possibly, do a little bit of something. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chargers in an upset on this one. I'm just not sure of what is going on in Philly. I don't know if they have gotten the stink off of them completely just yet from that Thanksgiving loss of the Bears. I expect the Chargers to come with it early and often, and they might end up with a win today.
Fair enough. Ryan, who you have in this one?
I hate this Eagles team. They suck, but they're 8-4. It's stupid. Yeah. 24th best offense, 25th best defense. This team is – the Browns should be better than them. We have a way better defense and relatively the same offense, but yet they continue just to win. I mean, maybe that sprinkle dust is coming off of the Chiefs and now hitting the Eagles, and they're going to be the next darling. So it looks that way for sure. Jalen Hurts still a great quarterback. Makes a lot of people upset when he takes that ball away from Saquon or even, tucks in a run instead of throwing it to A.J. Brown. They have a great offense on paper, but this Chargers team looks a lot better. They're 8-4 as well. Top 10 offense and a really, really good defense. Justin Herbert did struggle last game. Omarion Hampton is going to be back this week, which I'm so excited to finally see him back. First game back since week 5. So him and Kamani Vidal will split backfield there. They have great receivers. Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey. I want to take the Chargers here. I'm going to take the Chargers here. The Eagles are going to win no matter what. It doesn't matter what I say. The Eagles are still going to win, but the Chargers should win this game.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the Chargers, you see a team. You can understand how they got to 8-4. When you look at the Eagles, it's puzzling. It's really bizarre. Right. Just, I guess, to be short and succinct, I don't know. I'm going to take the Chargers. I think it's going to be. It's like Nick Sirianni, Jim Harbaugh. It's going to be a weird game. It's going to be a weird score, man. It's going to be like 26-25 or something. It's like like those NFL scores that you never see. Like it's going to be something really weird like that. But yeah, give me the Chargers in this one. Like I said, the Eagles just a 1.5-point favorite, so it's going to be a close one. But give me the Chargers. And then off this week are the Patriots, who are looking like the best team in football. The 49ers and the Panthers. Sorry, TK, no Panthers this week. Yeah, that's where we are right now. James Madison, by the way, was the 12th seed in the college football playoffs. So that's where we are right now. That's the field. I wish I had a graphic I could throw up for you guys. But instead, my Wi-Fi is throwing up all over the show. So that's whatever. And we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, a well-deserved 2-minute break on the Inside Edge Network. We've been working hard to keep this show up and running. It's patchwork, man. We got Band-Aids and Scotch tape pulled together. But hey, we're here, and you're here. We appreciate you. So again, let me just take a quick 2-minute break right here on the Inside Edge Network. We'll be back. We'll talk about total QBR. Some guys have it, some guys don't. It's not golf. You don't want the lowest one. So it's not good for standards. Spoiler alert coming back from the break. But give us 2 minutes. We'll be right back on the Inside Edge Network. Hey guys, we're back on the Inside Edge Network. We all made it back for the break. That's exciting. That's a little unexpected, but we're here. We're back. Listen, we're not going around the NFL anymore. I got to get that out of there. Get out of our car. We're not doing that. You're kicked out. See you next exit. Bye bye. Listen, we've been talking. Speaking of numbers, and speaking of numbers, boy, StreamYard is really not cooperating today. But we need to talk about Shadur's total QBR. We got to talk about it. You know what? And if we're going to talk about numbers, let's just throw the count back up there. Why not? We got him back up there. Hey, count. So listen, I can show you a graphic. I can prove it to you. Okay, so here are the top 10 QBRs in the NFL. You got Cowboys, Dak Prescott up there. I mean, not surprised. Cowboys been scoring some points, right? Patrick Mahomes up there. Even though the Chiefs are struggling, you got Jordan Love, Drake May, all the guys you expect, really. I mean, Brock Purdy's been good. There's C.J. Stroud, even though he had some struggles early on the beginning of the season. Daniel Jones, he's been good for the Colts. Jackson Dart was up there for the Giants. Great rookie season for him until he got hurt, unfortunately, and whatever, he's been in and out. Then you got Sam Darnold, another resurgent guy. But let's take a look, guys. You want to going on? It's not just my Wi-Fi, it's StreamYard as well. But anyway, let's take a look at the oh, there's Shrimp Fried Bryce. You know him, TK. Shrimp Fried Bryce. Trevor Lawrence. Again, these are some of the guys you expect, except for Jacoby Brissett. You see him down there at 42.9. Will you please look at that bottom total QBR for Shador Sanders? Can you guys see that? Okay, that's Shador Sanders with a 7, just a flat out 7 QBR. Total QBR of 7. Listen, JJ McCarthy has been god awful. He's at a 24.1. And here's Shador Sanders at a 7. I mean, my goodness, man. Guys, we all want Shador Sanders to play well. I don't have a guy. I mean, listen, if you really press me and you say, is it Dylan, is it Shador? I'd rather have Shador out there. He shows more promise to me, shows more upside, higher ceiling, probably a higher floor as well. But he just hasn't looked the part yet. We went through Double A's take, and I didn't get to hear some of it. I was rebooting and getting out of here for a minute. I tried to listen. But listen, Shador Sanders has to play well today. He has to go out. Offensive line problems aside, he's got to do something to show us that he's not a total QBR of 7, right? I mean, you can't have that set. You can't have a single digit attached to your name. Ryan, I mean, what do they have to do to I mean, is it a lot of short passes? What do they do to help him with that? He's got to get going. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. He's played in 5 games so far this year, completed 50.8% of his passes for 405 yards, 6.6 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Those are not good numbers. Those are bad numbers. To put it in perspective, I did the math. The average completion percentage in the NFL this season from all the starting quarterbacks is 64.4%. So he's 13.6% lower than the average 2025 NFL quarterback. Even Dylan Gabriel had a 59.5%. Don't get me wrong. I would absolutely want to see Shador out there at quarterback instead of Dylan Gabriel. Absolutely. He's more exciting and, can actually make plays down the field occasionally. However, I mean, as we look forward to this draft next season, a 50.8% completion rating is not going to get it done. It's not going to prevent the Browns from looking elsewhere to fill the quarterback position. Shador has 5 more games if they let him finish the season as a starting quarterback to show them that he's the guy. That's a nearly impossible task, I would say, given the state of our offensive line and the butter that has been surgically placed on our wide receivers' hands. It probably doesn't help you. Also, when you have a bum ass fool like Jerry Jeudy yelling at you on the sidelines, as if he's done anything this year. The situation is not ideal for a young quarterback to prove that he's the future, but I mean that's the reality that we as Brown fans and Shador Sanders are dealt with at this point. He's got to be better. Yes, short passes are going to help. Receivers catching the ball should help. Offensive line getting him. Yes, there are glimpses of times where they gave him enough time and, he was successful, but we can't have him running backwards. I mean, those are a lot of things that are going to prevent him from, getting that starting job next year. So,
yeah. TK, what does he have to do to be better? I mean, he's got to throw the ball to his own guys, first of all. But I mean, how can he? I mean, are there? Do you have any little tips or tricks? I mean, maybe he's watching. I don't know. 10 minutes before kickoff, he could be watching. But what do the Browns do? I mean, how do they get him going? You got to get him up. You got to get him moving. You got to get him playing well. I mean, how? Do you have any hope at all left?
Well, first of all, the wide receivers have to stop selling. Jerry Jeudy was upset about one of the deep balls that were missed in the 49ers game last week. Well, if he doesn't sell on the route, he may end up underneath that football. That's a big one. That's the part that these receivers tend not to talk about. You got the same issue with Mr. Arthur Brown up in Philadelphia with his quarterback, Jalen Hurts. When he sold a route on a deep ball, decided he was going to complain about it after the game, but no harm, no foul. No one cares either way. First of all, these receivers got to make plays. We already know that the offensive line sucks. We know that you guys suck too. But at the same time, when the quarterback delivers you the ball, you got to make the play. We have way too many drop passes. We got guys selling on routes. Guys are still not really on the same page with one another. We got to get more in sync. I would also like this offensive line, as patchy and as makeshift as it may be, to play a little bit better. I understand you have guys like Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat to worry about as far as the Tennessee Titans defense goes. That's going to be most sure on the interior offensive line. They're going to have a tough task today. More than anything, I just want to keep preaching balance. Quinshon Judkins had a wonderful game last week. It was definitely refreshing to see him average 4 yards a carry after a few weeks of basically slamming his head against the wall for 2 or 3 yards a carry against the Raiders, and surprisingly the Raiders and the Patriots and a couple other teams as well. So it was definitely great to see him get that going on against a defense like the 49ers. So, there's a lot of things that we got to do, but those in particular. Hopefully these receivers can make some plays for Shador because he's definitely taking his part. He's doing more stepping into the pocket. Not as much as the ballet that we've seen him try to do early on in his first couple of appearances on the football field. He's kind of eased on that. So that's a good thing. I definitely want him to keep stepping up in the pocket and looking downfield. That's going to get better. I definitely expect to see a lot of it today. We might see a game in which he attempts more than 30 passes. We might.
Okay. A little bit rough otherwise. Yeah, but you want to see things start to slow down for him a little bit. He's in the pocket. He just hasn't looked comfortable at all. And I think you talked about some of the guys not being able to get on the same page. I might have been gone for a second there, but guys not being on the same page, receivers selling on routes. Ryan, real quick before we get into keys to victory and our score prediction, because we got to get out of here quickly before kickoff. Who's that on? Is that on the offensive coordinator? Is that the head coach? Is that the quarterback? Is it the receivers? I mean, the offensive line. Who? I feel like it's a little bit on everybody, as I mentioned, as I name people. But who do you feel like that's on the most? I mean, is that your guy Kevin? Is that Stefanski or no?
I'm sorry, I missed what you're talking about. On what? I'm sorry. And he's.
I was just asking you, and I may be cutting out again.
You're good. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna call it quick. No, who is that on? I mean, the guy's not being on the same page, still on routes.
Oh yeah.
The offense is just looking generally poor. I mean, who's that on?
I mean, it falls on first and foremost Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. I mean, it's their responsibility to get these guys ready. Whether it's just for penalties on the same, they have to be on the same page. I've spoken about it many times already, but I believe that the blunder completely started with mismanaging of these quarterbacks all the way in preseason. The guys who got all of the reps are not on this team anymore. How are you going to get these guys ready to play in an NFL game if they're not even practicing? Same thing, with Shador Sanders, not even getting a snap until, finally playing with the starters in the game. That's not how you sustain a winning culture in this league. So, I mean, that mixed with guys with bad attitudes, Jerry Jeudy going over and screaming at a rookie quarterback because Jerry made a mistake, or you have no right, dude. You suck. You are garbage. You have no right to go over there and bitch about your quarterback doing something that when you are running around, looking around and fumbling the ball and have the most drops in the NFL. You're a bum, Jerry Jeudy. You suck. Sorry. I'm pissed now. I mean, so it falls on the head coach. It falls on Andrew Berry and the construction of this freaking offensive line. This is mismanagement as well. These guys should not be here. I've been saying it for years now. The fact that, before the season started, I warned everyone, this year is not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. And we're here now. And next year is going to be worse. Our offensive line is going to be trash. We have no answers at quarterback. All we have is a couple picks that we have in the first round and a guy who has a track record of making shitty picks other than the first 4 picks last year, which, he's finally getting his flowers for. I mean, this team is lost. We're building a dome. Hopefully we can fill it with fans, but they're looking at, charging fans at the ass for shitty football play. I'm tired of it. Excuse me. It's the organization's fault. Sorry, you got me heated there, buddy.
You're fine. I that was my intention, not to get you heated, but I mean, yeah, I want to evoke a little emotion with that question because, I mean, this is where we are. And you say fill the dome with fans. I just hope they fill it with a decent football team. I just want to see a decent football team stay on the damn
exactly.
side. I mean, it's ridiculous. But we'll see. They got 5 years to do it. I don't think it's going to be Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski anymore, but somebody's got 5 years.
Not help us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Listen, we're going to skip the keys to victory because who cares? It's the Browns and Titans. Who gives a damn? Let's really ugly game, like a 12-6 banger. You know what I mean? No, that's not my score prediction, but TK, I want to start with you. Did I didn't get you upset? Are you upset? Did I make you
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're good. It's okay.
I was definitely with everything that Ryan had just said. I thought it was a lovely rant. I just wanted to, add on to it. We suck ass through a straw. So, it's just, I don't really blame you for missing the keys to victory at all. This is the Tank Bowl. That's what we're lining up for. To basically just say, yeah, I agree with everything. It's definitely the fault of the head coach. It is the fault of this organization. We are the worst ran professional sports organization in the entire universe. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah.
Especially over the last 25 30
do what
years.
they're doing on purpose, right? Like Pirates are doing what they
right.
It's so stupid. I'm so tired of it.
TK, pass it over here, bro. I'm stressed now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm stressed.
Pass it to my Wi-Fi. Jeez.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever.
You can use it.
Well, listen. Okay. Yeah, let's just get our score prediction in because, like I said, I don't care about the keys to victory. Who cares? It's not even going to go the way you think it's going to go anyway. It's going to be one of these weird games. Who cares? Ryan, just tell me who do you got, man? Browns, Titans. What's your score today?
Browns should lose this game. The players won't let them. Myles Garrett's going to be an animal. I think he's going to at least tie the record today. I think he could get 4 sacks. I mean, I think he could. He's going to be an animal. That's going to be the difference there. The secondary is going to get some easy interceptions here. I think Browns 17, Titans 7.
Okay. All right, TK, who do you got?
Dan Moore is going to be in for one of the rides of his life. I definitely think he is, if not the worst, one of the worst starting left tackles in the NFL. He was still able to get $82 million from the Tennessee Titans. With that being said, my deepest condolences to both Dan Moore and J.C. Latham. I'm going to go with the Browns 21-14. I definitely think it'll be about as entertaining as a Tank Bowl can possibly get, but we should get some decent football today in spots, not entirely. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Browns 21-14.
Yeah, Dan Moore's only bad or the worst because Jed Wills still isn't in the NFL. So
he's right there, ready to take that spot, though. All right, listen, I too think the score is going to end in a 1 and a 4 for these two teams. You know what? I'll take the Browns to win today. Both these teams somehow end up with 2 safeties. Browns win at 11-4. I don't know. That's the dumbest score I could possibly think of. I'm going with it. I swear to God, 10-3. I still win this. No, it's going to be a really low scoring. Today. good Lord, they got to get something right. They got to do something right in this draft in April and in free agency and on the field. And then why do we still watch this team? What are we doing? What are we
We're
doing?
idiots. We're a bunch of idiots.
I know.
Look at
They're
me,
too
I'm
talented to be 2-9 or 2-54.
biggest
or what
orange
they
in
are.
the field.
I know. And we all eat it up.
Big ass pumpkin.
Yeah. You still got people yelling Super Bowl, Super Browns. You got the dog pounds full every
That's
week.
satire.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to hear. It's whatever. I do love that, actually. I think that's really funny, for the record. So listen, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us, man. I know it was a tough one today. We're gonna get that fixed. I'm gonna get the guys in the truck. No, I'm gonna probably we're gonna have to hardwire the computer. That's can't rely on the wireless adapter anymore. That was bad today. Wi-Fi's up and fine. I'm watching YouTube TV on my phone. We were watching.
Let's get out of here.
For Ryan Monster, for TK Dandridge. If I'm still here, I don't know. For my buddies Ryan and TK, we're gonna get out of here. Bad happens. Browns win today 11-4. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Remember to watch the Commissioner's Couch. Remember to check us out on Legal Formation and all the other shows on the Inside Edge Network. This has been the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland Browns NFL pregame show, or some semblance of that. And again, we're brought to you by LPV Productions. As always, I want to thank everybody that helps bring us to you. Not my Wi-Fi today. But again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Guys, go enjoy kickoff. We'll see you. Bye-bye.